List. Our Kevin Fry is outside the Supreme Court and joins us now with the latest. Good evening, Kevin.
Yeah, good evening, Errol. A large crowd gathering here. There have been protests throughout the weeks as we've been leading up to this particular day, and now a crowd coalescing here. A lot of people in the D.C. area, obviously more liberal, a lot of them getting off of work, a lot of them coming down here now. We actually just saw a group arrive up the street behind me a little bit ago, and there were some New York lawmakers joining in on this protest a little earlier as well. With a crowd of protesters growing outside the court, New York Congressional Democrats joined in, blasting the monumental decision which overturns the decades-old constitutional right to an abortion in the United States.
People will die. Women will die in this country as a result of this decision.
Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez called the ruling unbelievable and said she's especially concerned for women who may not have the financial means if they now must travel for an abortion. She also alluded to Thursday's Supreme Court ruling knocking down New York's enhanced concealed carry law.
What is the message that we're sending to America, to women in America, that guns have more rights than women?
Senator Kirsten Gillibrand weighed in from a Planned Parenthood clinic in Albany.
This decision is extreme, it's extremist, it is out of step with the American public, and is turning the clock back for 50 years.
Across the aisle, conservatives, including number 3 House Republican Elise Stefanik, praised the ruling. The upstate congresswoman joined other House Republicans, saying the court gave a voice to the voiceless.
Today's historic Supreme Court decision is a victory for the sanctity of life. It will save countless innocent children.
The political implications of this decision remain to be seen. But liberals like Representative Carolyn Maloney say they hope it will fire up the Democratic base ahead of this fall's midterms.
We need to fight back by electing more women to Congress, to state legislatures, and to the city council. Women who understand these issues and will fight on the front lines to restore reproductive rights.
Now, this ruling has also prompted renewed calls from progressives within the New York congressional delegation, including Congressman Jerry Nadler, to expand the court, adding additional justices to try to, in their view, balance out this current 6-3 majority. Of course, it goes without saying that in this currently very divided Congress, the chances of that happening are essentially nil.
Yeah, Kevin, it seems like because Democrats have been running on this issue for so long, I mean, every presidential cycle, they say Roe versus Wade is on the ballot and so forth. The president said it again today. It's literally true in a way that maybe it hasn't been before, but is that going to get the Democrats any new supporters, do you think?
I think it comes down to, at this point, the question of whether you can rev up the base, as kind of Carolyn Maloney and other lawmakers hinted at today when we spoke with them, because if you can get some of those Democrats that might not be engaged because this is a midterm election cycle, because they already have the president in the White House and perhaps might not be as enthusiastic about Joe Biden and what he's been able to get done, perhaps this will motivate them. But of course, they are also facing factors like inflation, the rising cost of gasoline, so they have a lot of headwinds to overcome as well.
When he addressed the nation today, President Biden warned those who were disappointed with this ruling not to engage in violence, suggesting that there's some real anger out there that he at least wanted to head off. What's your sense of the mood of the crowd out there with you in front of the Supreme Court?
It's very loud. It's very boisterous. There is a large police presence, including on top of the Supreme Court building itself, but so far, rather peaceful.
Okay. Thanks very much, Kevin.